Hey guys, how's it going? Masterbucks here. Welcome to another episode of the Salford City Career Mode in FIFA 20. We are a little over a week away from hitting the year 2024 and a brand new January transfer window. And again, it just shocks me how deep we've really gone in this career mode. It is it's mental. And there is still more yet to do as we're starting to form a team that is definitely a European football contender. Whether it be Champions League or Europa League, I'm just excited now to be in that mix. We're not obviously anywhere near, trying to win the Premier League or even get in contention for winning the Premier League itself yet. Man City are just a mile away from everyone else, as are Chelsea to an extent, Manchester United to an extent, but there is a clear-cut favourite to go in and win it all this season. But as you can clearly see, the first game of the day is a home game against Crystal Palace. We have a game about a few days later, so this is honestly a game I'd much rather simulate because with it being only a team like Crystal Palace who aren't super highly rated and at home, I'll probably get that one out of the way and face tougher opposition that we have coming up. As you see, we do have Liverpool coming up we've had a ridiculous amount of fixtures in such a short time, and it doesn't stop. After the Liverpool away game at Anfield, we play Norwich City in the round of 64 of the FA Cup. So yeah, goodness me, we go out there with our strongest starting 11, hoping that they can not just get the job done, but hopefully save some gas for the Liverpool game. They do get a win. Jesus with 2 and Vallejo with a third as well. There is an injury in there. Thankfully, it's not to any of mine. Great stuff to come out of that one unscathed, and hopefully with a bit of stamina left in the tank. I don't know. We'll see. There were a few players that went into that game a bit tired. We also, by the way, just ticked over 40 points in the Premier League, which now means pretty much that's the total you need to avoid relegation. So before we've or just a little over the halfway mark of the season, we've already reached 40 points. Not that we are just trying to stay up now every season. We were last season for a little bit, but now we're doing way more. Let's take a press conference. Just before we get this reasonably big game against Liverpool out of the way. How do you manage morale? Spirits are high. The lads are in great spirits. High morale will come in handy. The lads are in great spirits. Oh, maybe that wasn't the best response. It could have gone further. A true clash of the Titans today as you face Liverpool. We are now Titans, are we? Says the reporter. I suppose, given where we are in the table, you'd have to say it. The lads have the edge. We'll have to wait and play. I'm going to say the lads have the edge. Let's pump ourselves up a little bit, despite the fact it'll be a tough one. And your recent form has put you in a good enough position to qualify for Europa League. Do you have enough depth to maintain your momentum? Well, it's not dropping. Our responsibility to try. I hope the whole squad can. Yep, I'm going to say our momentum isn't dropping, and the team morale's gone up to happy. Class, lovely to see as we go into this game against Liverpool at Anfield with pretty much the exact same starting 11. My main strongest starting 11, because really there are some players that are a bit tired, but not by that much that I really can justify rotating any players out. Kamar comes back as well, so he's got 100% stamina, as do players like Angelino, Da Costa, and some others. So that's great to me. I'm happy to play that team, and for the FA Cup game, rotate a little bit if need be. But let's do it. Come on. Anfield for this first game of the episode, and we look to maybe find a way up into 4th place, potentially with a victory today. I mean, who honestly knows, as Mane, for every single time we played Liverpool, Mane's been on the bench. It's the main front three, even 5-6 years into the future. How good to see. Bobby Firmino then going to be the one to get this game kicked off and running, as we are underway now at Anfield. First game of the day, looking for 3 points. Yeah, turn around, Kamara, nice and quick. Thank you. Angelino has got, and McCall. Oh, is he going to win the foot race? That's the question. No, he won't. Nicholas Saul gets there first. Alisson boots it away. Ball whipped in. Da Costa is there. He can't clear it. It's up into the air. That is a fucking shocker to give up. Are you kidding me? Da Costa was there. Clear the ball out. Instead, it skims the top of his head, and Firmino climbs over all my defenders. Well, that's fucking great, isn't it? I can't believe it. To think I'm about to fucking fuck Da Costa off as well. I'm about to genuinely think about getting a new right back in. You're not helping your case out with that, basically giving them a goal. So cheers for that, Danny Da Costa. That's a fucking, just what a shit one to give up. What a way. Like, I can't stop that. Nice header from Hernandez here. Angelino. Gonna try a little move here. That is not bad. Manu Vallejo. And then tucked away in the bottom corner. That's how you respond. Lovely little goal. Manu Vallejo scores it. Nice bit of interplay there between him and Arthur McCall to send him on his way. Look at this. Little boom. Just put it into a continuous run. And the defender on him couldn't stick with him. Very nicely placed. I thought I was getting a bit too close to Nicolas Saul. But no. Perfect finish. And he moves up to 12 goals now in the Premier League. Jesus is close, but I still think he's our leading goal scorer this season so far. Thank you, Angelino. A little pass there. And there are 3 defenders getting in. Oh my God, we have clean sent through away Gakpo here. He has to. He has to. Down the middle of the goal. But he does finish it off. Cody Gakpo gives us a 2-1 lead at Anfield. Look at, there were 3 defenders going to McCall there, and we just passed it off to Vallejo. Then Gakpo just puts it by Alisson because he has acres of space. No way he's not converting there. And even though it was pretty close to Alisson in the end, he still finishes. Oh man, this wasn't looking too good at the beginning with that fucking howler from Da Costa heading it right up in the air like that in our own box. But nope, we bounced back brilliantly. Very nice first half. Wasn't a perfect first half, but we're in the lead. We're in the lead at Anfield, so I'm gonna take it. McCall. Oh, and I couldn't quite get it there for Vallejo. God, what a tackle, Angelino. Too easy. And now it's a foot race. Is Jesus going to be in a position to get away here? I'm going to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And I think he's going to be offside. Yeah, he would be. Oh, fucking hell. Is he onside there? Is he actually onside there? No, he's not. Angelino was able to thankfully clear it away. But they were just playing it around me there like ridiculously crazy. I just could not get in the way. Van Dijk is now on the bench these days. Wow. And he's coming on for a fullback in DeShiglio. So that's interesting. Too quick, too easy. And Gakpo. Oh my God, he could be away. No, it's so fucking obvious where these players should be running. Get to the back stick. Let me cross it over the top of the defender. But you just stay right with them. Like, they hug the defenders as they're raking their moves on goal. So infuriating. Now they're just playing it super quick. Oh, we take out Salah there. And I'm going to take out Van Dijk as well. Heavy touch. Bang. I'm going sliding in like crazy. But it is, to an extent, working. Back to the goalkeeper. Playing that a bit riskily. But it'll work. It will work. Especially if we can find a way. No, we can't. Jesus. Virgil van Dijk at fullback's been a revelation. Cannot believe I'm saying that. Salah overplaying it. Da Costa can't get rid. And oh my God, he tried to flick it over his head. Da Costa just does what he has to do. That is going to be a foul. Oh my God, they don't play the advantage. I'm shocked by that. McCall doesn't cleanly win the header, but does get it down for Gomez. And Arthur McCall is going to get, clean set away here. He will surely finish this one. Surely he will. Surely he will, and he does. 3-1. We are leaving Anfield with 3 points. This place, they say it's special. It doesn't seem that special. We're leaving with 3. What a day. Come on. Arthur McCall was getting chased down. He is a little tired. The other team had the pace advantage, of course, as well, with the sliders and whatnot, but still manages to put it away. And this revelation of Arthur McCall continues on. 7 goals in the Premier League since coming in for Yusuf Poulsen. He's a player that I brought on and he scored goals like all the time for me when he had no right to with his overall and everything yet. Now he's got up to a pretty good overall, 80 or so overall, and he's just so consistent for me now, and he's fitted in the team brilliantly. You know what? I think even when Poulsen comes back, he could still have his spot. Liverpool get a free kick. This won't end up winning them the game, but they'll probably score from it. No, over the crossbar. I didn't even bother to put anyone on the line. The game was won. Thankfully, Salah missed, so we still retain our extra goal for goal difference purposes. But there we go. Another win. We are on a bit of a tear right now in the Premier League. This result maybe could see us up into 4th place and up into Champions League places. Why not when we're coming to the home grounds of teams like this and walking away with maximum points? And I can't believe it, but I'm genuinely now in a position where I can go to these games in these fixtures and genuinely believe and honestly think that I can get all 3 points, as we've done so today. And yes, we do go up into 4th place. We overtake Liverpool by beating them in their own ground. How about that? the 14 wins now out of 21 with just the one draw. No wonder when we're converting all these points into maximums instead of just one. It's brilliant to see. 43 points now shared between us and them, Liverpool. We just jumped them with goal difference. So I think even if they got that extra goal right at the end, they dropped ours to 24 and increased theirs to 24. Still probably wouldn't have mattered because of the fact that we've scored more goals for them on the season. But oh, how about it? How about it? We're up in a fourth now. Baby, this is on. It is 100% on. And all we have now for the entire year is a game in the FA Cup round of 64 against Norwich. Then we're in a brand new year. We're in a brand new transfer window. And we go back to signing more, hopefully exquisite, solid talent. Thomas Anderson apparently wants a bit of game time in the next one. I'll consider it, but at the same time, I wouldn't bank on it. I also have a Youth Academy player, Cedric Voss, who wants to be promoted. He is 5'3". Wow. At right wing, 62 overall. Great potential, but man, I'm really upset about that height. I'm still going to promote him regardless. And there's another 17-year-old in my team, in my Youth Academy as well, a 6'3" goalkeeper. So that's not too bad, but because he's German, I assume that's pronounced Weber, Sebastian Weber. So yes, I'll promote him as well. Basically, when the players in my Youth Academy hit 17, I'll just call them up. And today's game in the FA Cup round of 64, we go up against Norwich. They're a decent championship side, obviously, but hopefully my second team can get it done against them. There are some main 11 players featuring in this game as well, like, for example, Kamara. Ferreira isn't exactly a starting 11 player anymore, but he too is a good little player that makes a fair few appearances for me, as does Gomez and Maguire on occasion. Verbic not so much these days, but regardless, good solid team. You know, no player lower apart from the keeper Hughes, 75 overall. So we're doing all right there. Plus some 80+ rated players featuring. Maguire gets a run again. Hopefully this team is enough to see us through into the next round of the FA Cup. It is just, you know, another excuse to get to play around with some of the other players that we haven't been able to play with or haven't featured as much this season. So hopefully these boys can end up rewarding me with, progression into the next round. And also we get a bit of a look at some of the other players coming through that I can't wait to hopefully give game time to. Like, for example, players like Joel Kelly, Staunton, who is definitely coming through as well. And, you know, just other players as well. Well, we were able to go to Liverpool and pick up 3 points. Are we able to take care of business on our home turf against Norwich City in this one? We're going to try bloody running it out the way here with Staunton. Gomez can see a run being made. Is this Maguire? Yes, it is, of all people. It's who I want. Man, this centre-back isn't very quick. And you know what? Let's do the right thing. He always steps up when he gets his chance. Staunton with a tap-in. The pace of Sean Maguire once again coming through. Maybe not as effective in these Premier League games, but God forbid whoever that centre-back is, he does not have the pace. Even with the +5 pace advantage to acceleration and sprint speed with the sliders, he is not catching him. Not the 96, 97 pace of Maguire, who gets an easy assist, and Staunton an easy goal. There you go, son. Are you fucking shitting me, Nathan Wood? That is the simplest of touches. You'd think I was sprinting full out. How the fuck did he manage that? Baku just intercepted that one. And a quick pass here. And again, good ball. Nice. Maguire, he's going to get sent away here. All the time in the world, and he powers it. Right on by the goalkeeper. Sean Maguire, Irish Messi, gets an assist, gets a goal. Lovely to see. We won it back. Great position, Maguire. Played him through, put him up, set him up perfectly for the strike, and in the end just went, nah, power. Sheer power, right on by that goalkeeper. Love to see Sean Maguire. I am sentimental about him, I know, but he still very much has a spot in this team. It's only as a rotation player, as a sporadic player occasionally for me in FA Cup games, you know, just cup games in general off the bench, but he still is very useful. Nice ball. What a ball. Verbic is, once again, not clean away. The stop and turn. Pedrosa has had Verbic in his fucking pocket all day, despite the fact we seem to be well on top in this contest. It has started a counter-attack that they may get something from if we can get the ball back quick. Hopefully we will stop this. Staunton, I don't know. I'm just looking to hold them back at this point. Bang. Sliding in. Good. Dispossesses them. We're going to lose the ball here. No, we won't. Yep, it's the end of it. Thank you very much. Good first half. And play an interesting tactic here. Gomez, he just runs right into him there. That was too simple. Ferreira and Staunton, if we can time him. Oh, he just runs. That's what I fucking mean. These absolute idiot fucking moronic AI players that just run straight at goal. Don't even try to deviate to run around their defenders. It's so fucking stupid. You get idiots like that just running straight into each other. Oh! How did he get the shot off? I have no idea. Gomez knocks it by his man. I thought he wouldn't even get any contact on that, but he managed it. I actually need to see this, alright? I was looking to do a roulette. It didn't actually honestly happen. How did he get that shot off? What is the defender doing? How does he not clear that ball? I honestly did try to go for the roulette, but it just didn't do it. It just ended up just knocking it past him. Fair enough, whatever. Still got his shot off. Somehow, 3-0, that should do it. I think we should now be in to the next round of the FA Cup. What a ball. That is a stunning ball. Thankfully, we stop it before De Santos can do anything with it, and I'm going to make those changes now. 2 of them anyway. Just resting some of my starting 11 players or more players that will get more of a run than the others in this team, just to rest them. Thank you very much. Oh, I could have sent away. You know, I've made a bit of a mess of this one as well. I can see, though, however, here. And cross, back stick. Staunton does... Oh, my God. Fucking the goddamn amount of goals I could have scored today. I have been a little sloppy myself. Some of the runs off the ball haven't been great. God damn, I just feel like this could have been a feast. Could have been a genuine feast. Oh my God, I try to cut that back. It's blocked by Zimmerman.
Official has indicated there will be a minimum
Again on Maguire, fucking Zimmerman. I'm really getting annoyed. God, I would love a fourth. It's not going to make or break the game for me. Shackleton gets manhandled and bullied, and that should hopefully be the game. But I'm legit going to walk away from this one. Referee, would you fucking give it a rest? Thank you very much. I'm actually going to walk away from this game being like, God damn, only a 3-0 win. Only a 3-0 win. I could have done so much more, it feels like. But, what can you do? Alright, well, it is a win. Thankfully, it is. And we are through to the next round, as I would like to make some sort of push. Decent push. We are FA Cup winners, for crying out loud. And we haven't really gotten even super close since making back-to-back finals to getting back to Wembley. So it's time, hopefully, for us to maybe go on and potentially do another deep run in this comp. Righto then, I'll pretty much consider that, you know, job done. We managed to get it finished. As by the way, Einar Lunder is up to a 70 overall. I was thinking of playing him in this game, and I maybe should have had him on the bench at least for an appearance, but maybe in the next one. That is depending on who we get. But regardless, we are now in January 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. We recently turned over into 2020 in real life. Now, a few years down the road, though, for us in this career mode. But a brand new transfer window means brand new signings to make. And I am genuinely looking forward to not just making some pre-contract signings, obviously. Typically do 2 or 3 a season. This time, I want to actually straight up buy a player, and I want it to be a new right back. I mean, Da Costa is great for me. He really is. He's a good, solid player, but I know that he's going to be dropping, and he already has started dropping off in overall now that he's hit 30. So I need to get a new right back in. That's how I feel anyway. And I think I might go for Benjamin Henrichs, because we've got Diego Dallo here who can play right back and left back, and you know I love me a player that can play multiple positions. But I just figured that, you know, he's probably going to end up costing me, I would assume, a little more than just 40 mil. We've got Klosterman here, who's probably going to cost a bit more. 27 years of age. Yes, 85 rated. A good player as well. Can play both sides, but only 3-star weak foot. The same really for Diogo Dallo. And Max Aarons, I've also been scouting late on. But I think in the end, I'm going to go with Henrichs, because he's a nice, well-rounded player with his technical attributes. He's got good pace and athleticism as well. The sprint speed, it's okay. 80 plus is really the minimum to get into the team. So I'll definitely take it. Being a right back that can play left back as well with 4-star weak foot means I actually feel very comfortable playing him in either fullback position. And on top of that, I love that release clause. Look at that. We're paying less than his value to get him, and he's still relatively, you know, 26, has room to grow. I think I might go for this man. So yes, we're going to pay and skip the club negotiations and move straight over to sorting out a contract. So settle down, everybody. Welcome. Let's begin the negotiations, hopefully for a brand new bitchin' right back. They're offering wage demands of 39,000 only. Wow, for an important squad role in a Premier League team that is on track to maybe make Champions League. That's insane. The appearance bonus, the signings bonus, I'm actually pretty happy with all that. I could maybe get a little bit shaved off, but we've got cash. Let's spend it. Let's just get this done, not jeopardize anything. We got a brand new right back straight away, day one. Absolutely zero messing around on this occasion. I am going to move Danny Da Costa in, and I'm actually going to get rid of, to be honest, Zech Medley. I honestly think that Wood has proven to be a better player for both, yes, right back. We now have two right backs, one actually playing at right back and one on the bench now, so I know that. But he's actually proven to be, in my opinion, a better centre back, despite being a little bit smaller than Medley. 6'2" is like by no means a small centre back. Obviously, he's got plenty of height, enough. But Medley's just, and he hasn't really kicked on as much. He's 2 years younger, so this is what it's going to look like now. Medley goes back into the reserves. Henriks goes in at right back, and if I need, I can move him over to the left back position, and I've even got, like, I think someone else that can play there too. Like, you know what? I'm very happy with how that looks now. By the way, pay attention to the ages of my starting 11. This now means that for most of my team, they're all in their mid-20s now. So Muric, 25, we've got 25, 24, 26, 26, 26, 26, and then also 26, Gakpo's 24. Then you've got the youngsters of Arthur McCall, 21, and Pedro Jesus, 20. So the oldest player in my team is Joe Worrell at 26. Some of the players on the bench too, 22, 30, 21, 24, 29, 29, 23. You know, we don't exactly have a whole bunch of just, you know, kids playing for us. It's actually a nicely well-rounded team. There's not a lot of, like, super amount of experience or veterans in there, but we're still getting on well. Just a quick check on, by the way, how some of my players are tracking on the growth-wise. We've got Einar Lunda, the man, the 6'7" beast, going up to a 70. We've got Hughes as well, up to a 75 after training him up a decent amount. And then there's a bit of a drop-off, +3. But a lot of these players are actually just loaned away players. So I'm very happy to see the progress that a lot of these players are making despite just being loaned away, playing for other clubs. It's great to see. Stat-wise as well, there is definitely a player of the season still so far. Manu Viejo with 13 goals and 10 assists. Jesus is starting to get amongst the goals, but again, only 1 assist. It came in a Carabao Cup game. He's meant to be a winger. I would have thought that he'd be getting a lot more assists down the wing, crossing it in, but I suppose that's not particularly how we always played the game, regardless. Yusuf Paulson, despite being injured, has 7 goals and 3 assists, which is good, but Arthur McCall has 7 goals and 3 more assists than Yusuf Paulson does, and that's in 5 less appearances, so it is hard for me to say that Yusuf Paulson should get the gig back over Arthur McCall at this stage. I really think Yusuf Paulson just has to go back to the bench now. Rolando Mandragora too, by the way, has actually just quietly been quite a high achiever for us, you know. He's got 9 assists for the season, and like his next best next best in the team is Arthur McCall, and bloody Sean Maguire's got a fair few assists this season as well. I guess because I've been playing him out wider, he just runs around the defence with his unreal pace and cuts him back. So, like, yeah, maybe that does make sense. But Mandragora, I'm surprised by it and very impressed by it. And they've all come in the Premier League too. Angelino too has been a great player for me at centre mid, but he's not just an assist getter, but also a goal scorer as well, now apparently out of nowhere. Either way, I'll advance ahead to the next game that we have in January. It's about a week away, which is brilliant, because now, thankfully, it means I can actually give my players a rest. Club Bruges coming in for a loan offer. You have got to be joking, mate. Do I actually have him loan listed? I don't think I do. Don't know why I would. And oh my goodness me, bloody Juventus coming in with a massive offer here for Javi Hernandez. Apparently I could get 137 mil for him. That's decent money. I'd be intrigued again to see. I wouldn't even get close to asking that much. I'm probably going to start with 125 million. We're delegating. I say it all the time. I just ask the question. I'm intrigued to see what they would pay. Doesn't mean I have to accept it, but I just get to know. You can see the next game that we have is against West Ham. We have 2 transfer offers for, I think that's the same player right there. We've got one from Furth, I don't exactly know how to pronounce that, and one from KFC are trying to buy one of my players. My goodness, would they have him up front or as a cook? I don't know, but regardless, how much are they offering? It's probably not even close. It's 3.5 and 2.6 for a guy that's valued at 3.9. I don't know about that, son. Either way, the game against West Ham is the next one at home coming up. They're a team that aren't exactly going to be playing European football next season, but still a decent side to be in 10th place after 21 games halfway through the season. You know, they're doing all right. They're a bit of a threat. I probably won't sim that game. I might play this one to start the next episode. But before we end it, I'll show you our budget. Even after we spent a decent amount of money on getting in a new fullback in Hendricks, we still have over 100 million left to spend and over 100 grand worth of budget. So it's probably more like 120 that we have to spend. I could drop all that on one big money player if you guys have a suggestion. Again, keeping in mind now that everyone in this team, in this starting 11 anyway, isn't above the age of 26 anymore. And we seem to have pretty decent players in pretty decent areas. You know, like McCall, I don't feel like I can drop right now. Yeah, sure, I could go and get maybe, I don't know, Mbappe or a star striker, but I don't really need to with the way McCall's going. Jesus isn't getting dropped. Maybe I could do something at left wing. I could get a star left winger in and Cody Gakpo could maybe go to the bench or something, but that's probably all I'd look to do. I'm not really looking to replace anyone in my midfield right now because that's pretty stacked with the mid-80s. Fullback, a new left back, maybe a high-quality left back to pair Hendricks up, and Fernandez moves back into the middle. I don't know. There's movements to be made, but nothing that absolutely needs to be made. I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comments down below. I will look and I will maybe potentially make moves based on any suggestions you guys have. But regardless, we'll leave things here. Thank you all for watching. Up in a 4th place in the Premier League, over the halfway mark. That for me means it's on. European football, not just that, but Champions League potentially as well. We could go on a stellar run to get all the way to Champions League footy. Can we manage it? We'll find out. Until the next episode, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.